how many minutes is passing time, generally?
I want to say it was 8 minutes.
And what did you typically do during passing time?
During passing time, I might have gone out in the hall and chatted with a colleague or two, checked in on something. That is also a time for, it's like the time that teachers need to get things done. So there might be a quick interaction. I might, see a kid in the hallway passing by. But pretty often, like it was just standing guard outside my room or standing outside my room.
Okay. At around 12:50 that day, do you remember what you were doing?
A student that I had in the fall of 2020 wanted to chat, and so she came in and we chatted for a few minutes, and then she left.
Do your, as a general rule, do you keep your door open or closed?
Open.
All right. And your classroom, as we see in the map, was smaller. What was the layout of the classroom? Were there traditional student desks in there, or can you explain to the jury what the classroom was like?
If you walked in straight ahead, you would have seen my desk. To the left of that, you would have seen one of my colleagues' desks, and then just on the wall like closest to the hallway, there was another coach's desk.
What is at the back of the classroom when you go in the front? The wall you're facing, what is that?
There's a large window that leads out to the courtyard.
Okay. Once the student left, what did you do?
There was a few minutes left during passing, and so I walked around to my desk and opened up my laptop.
All right, and we're going to
and check some emails.
Okay. And are you facing the door, or?
I'm facing the door. Correct.
All right. And what happened next, Mela?
I'm sitting on my laptop, reading through an email. The door's open, and I notice a group of kids running by. It was a movement that I had never really seen before. They were moving, like there was a hyperness to the voices, and it was almost like they were pushing forward, like trying to move as fast as possible.
And that seemed unusual to you?
That was very unusual to me, yes.
Okay, why was it unusual?
I have never seen a group of students move like that before.
Because of their speed or the way that they're...
I think it was all of it. There was a speed to it, the tone of voice. There wasn't any my first instinct was that it was a fight, but a fight, because it was the only thing that, was the closest to what students would be moving quickly or swiftly to, especially in that large group of kids.
Did you stay seated or did you get up?
I got up. I exited the classroom or the office and moved about
in the hallway?
Into the hallway. I moved into the hallway to see what's going on.
Okay, if you look at the map, which direction did you turn? Did you turn towards
I
door
turned
4?
Towards door 4.
Okay.
So I turned towards door 4.
What did you see in the hallway?
I see. So the hallway kind of bends. So I come out of my office and I'm closer to that 221, but not fully there, right? I'm closer to 221, and I'm looking, and I can see all these kids rushing out of door 4, which didn't make sense to me because, again, I had never seen this happen.
So that's what you saw.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear anything at that point?
It was silent. There was no noise.
Was that unusual?
Absolutely unusual.
Okay.
At that time, yes, absolutely.
And what did you do next?
I moved back into my classroom, trying to understand what's happening. And I walk back into the classroom and I'm thinking, okay, could there be a prank? I doubt there would be, and so it's probably 10 seconds, if 10 seconds. And I hear three things really close together.
Okay. What did those three things sound like?
One was an announcement, the bells chiming, an announcement of our principal coming over the PA and saying, we're headed into moving into lockdown. This is not a drill.
Okay. And you, as a faculty member for this many years, what is lockdown? What have you been trained to know about that? What does that mean?
So we're trained in the Alice protocol, which means we have to use our senses to figure out what's happening. But with all of those students and with what I was hearing, the two additional things that I was hearing was like a loud pop, 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 and then multiple doors slamming. I moved to shut my door,
Okay.
and lock myself in.
I want to stop for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
What is your experience with firearms up until this point?
Up until this point, my experience with firearms is limited. I have, however, shot a weapon. I have in my life shot a weapon.
Okay. Have you been to a range before? Is this a hobby that you have?
It is not a hobby. I have been to a range.
Okay. When you
I thought in my head I could have mistaken them for lockers slamming easily. They did not sound like gunshots to me, but I'm not really, I've been to a range once. I've not, I don't really know what a gun sounds like.
Okay, so what you said, the three things: the announcement,
The pop, pop, pop of a weapon that I now know, and doors slamming.
Okay, and what did you do?
I moved to shut my classroom door because when I had come back in, I had not shut it. So I shut that classroom door, and we have a night lock next to all the doors.
Can you tell the jury what a night lock is?
A night lock is a device that slides into the door.
Where do you slide it?
You slide it in the bottom of the door, and it keeps the door. So on my office and all of the rooms in the building have glass partitions on the side. So if someone were to shoot out that and try to get in, it would keep that door from being opened.
Okay, I'm going to show you what's been admitted as Exhibit 10. Mm-hmm. Molly, what is that?
That's the office that I had.
Okay, so that's your door open.
Yep.
All right. And where is your... This is not a pic... Is this a picture that adequately reflects the normal...
No.
Okay.
This was...
we're going to get to why that's like that, but where is the desk that you were sitting at?
Straight ahead, there's that tall lamp. My desk was the other way.
The other way?
Yep.
Right there. Okay. So, you said you approached the door, you shut it?
I did. I shut it.
And then where was the night lock?
It is in this photograph. You can see that bag that's mounted to the wall. That's a blood bag that we keep in all the classrooms. And then, or like a medical bag or whatever. And then just in front of that, you can't even see it. It's so close to the door. Okay. Was the night lock.
Okay. And I think I might have interrupted you. What is significant about the night lock, and why is it used in a lockdown?
It's a measure. It's an additional measure of barricading yourself into a room if need be.
Can you open the door if the night lock is installed?
You cannot.
What about if you had a key to the door?
Wouldn't matter. You cannot open that. It's like it keeps that door from being opened. You would have to remove that metal frame in order to get that door off.